Project Holodeck. That's not Project Holodeck.
Hi, I'm James Eiliff. I'm the producer. And we actually decided to make a video today because it's kind of hard to hear us upstage, especially for those in the back. So
we have 2 videos, actually.
Great. So we're just going to do that, and then we're going to do a little PowerPoint thing.
So the goal of Project Holodeck is to completely reinvent video games. We want to create the world's first virtual reality video game, something that will just completely change the face of gaming.
Project Holodeck is a virtual reality 3D play space. We plan to take virtual reality to the next level. We want to have an experience where you have 2 players battling it out in an actual 20-foot by 20-foot space.
Wild Skies, the game, will be different than playing something like Doom 3 BFG Edition with an Oculus Rift, because it actually uses a full body and works in actual 3D space. To dodge a bullet in the game, you'll actually have to move your body. You'll have to actually duck down inside of the ship and react to things. You'll have to look over your shoulder to make sure something is coming after you. So it's not like Doom where you can also control looking around using a joystick. You actually have to look around as if you were in reality. This is full-blown virtual reality. This isn't just a first-person shooter with a head-mounted display.
For the Razer hard drive, it's kind of an input device for players. So the players go to Razer hard drive controllers, and they can grab things in the game with the controllers, and they can shoot like pixel or wave their play the swords in the games with the hybrid controller. And for the move, basically the move controller for now is just doing the position tracking. We know that PlayStation has very advanced technology on position tracking with the move controller, so we use that. Like we fix the controller on the hand of the player, and we can track the position of the player in the game.
We're working very closely with Palmer Luckey of Oculus. This system wouldn't be possible without the Oculus Rift.
The Oculus Rift really is unlike any other head-mounted display I've ever used before. And I've been inside some pretty extreme head-mounted displays that are used by the military and other research labs. And this was lighter, it was more compact, wider field of view, higher resolution. It feels completely like real life. The focus, the convergence of the eyes, all of that, plus full peripheral vision, really feels like nothing you've ever experienced.
Wild Skies is the virtual reality game. It's kind of based on the sky pirate theme, using elements of fantasy, steampunk, and just basic swashbuckling adventure. It starts off with your basic high fantasy style, mixed in with some comic book look, also with some anime, here and there, and also your really kind of hits you in the face science fiction.
Wild Skies is 2 players, and 2 players actually play on the ship at the same time. So if we use network technology to allow 2 players to play at the same time, it means 2 head-mounted displays. And if you look over at the other player, you'll actually see full avatar embodiment. You'll see their hands moving around, their head turning. You'll see some lip syncing that we're doing. The players will blink. So you'll actually get a full kind of immersive feeling that's cooperative. So it's not just you alone playing a virtual reality experience, it's you and your buddy playing a virtual reality experience. Back in July after E3, Project Holodeck got a lot of press. It was on NBC News, the Huffington Post, IGN, Kotaku, Engadget, and we got a lot of really positive feedback from the community looking for something like this. And eventually we want to bring Project Holodeck to Kickstarter. We want to create something that people can actually play in their homes. They can purchase something, whether it's a system or a game, they can kind of purchase this and play it in their home. But we want to make this as accessible for people as possible and as inexpensive as possible.
Okay, we got that video and then we have another video.
So yeah, we just want to give a quick background of the Oculus Rift in case you guys aren't familiar with it. It's sort of been on the internet a lot recently. There's actually 2 days left of the Kickstarter, so if you're interested in getting one, definitely think about this. You can check out the video.
I think they're doing okay.
They need all the help they can get, right? They have, wow, is it 2 million?
Yeah.
Anyway, well, if virtual reality. Still, you're welcome to get one. They're dev kits, so they're not consumer versions yet. That's going to be probably Q2 2013. But anyway, you can think about it. No, I mean, I'd say go and play it. I mean, I think we have, how much time do we have?
You got about 5 minutes. So.
Let's just talk.
Okay. Sure. Anyway, you can check that out.
Look it up. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
James is actually very well renowned virtual reality.
They're kidding off screen.
Good.
You go to slideshow menu to the right, and then there's a start slideshow. There you go. Left, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, so the name of the project is Project Holodeck, and the name of the game is Wild Skies.
All right, listen up. Come on, guys. One more project.
Alright, so anyway, what we're looking for right now, mainly, settle. John Stewart trick. We're looking for concept artists, we're looking for 3D artists, animators. We really want to find a lot of good artists. So that's kind of what the main thing we're looking for. We're good on engineers. We have the tech side of things really well handled. So this is just some of the concept art that we've been working on with the concept artist Chris Jansen. We've been developing. We kind of want to have, I kind of say like an RPG level story that has scientific underpinnings. Our lead writer is actually a physicist at MIT, so he kind of is able to create this world that's very believable in a lot of different ways. Here's some more artists. Here's some more art. Some of their main characters. I won't go into too much detail here. Alright, so we talked about the system. Basically, two people will actually play in a certain space, and then there'll actually be a system of spectation, so people can watch what they're doing with kind of full avatar embodiment. This is kind of what it might look like at a show. And we have some other video. You guys have kind of already taken a look at this. Hardware we're using, the Razer Hydra, the PlayStation Blue, the Oculus Rift. I won't go into too much detail here. Here's the Oculus Rift. And what we're actually looking for as well is hardware people. If you want to have fun with Velcro or helmets or just kind of constructing things, putting things together. If anyone is interested in that at all, please let us know, because there's definitely a very material part of this project. And I made that myself, and I'm sure there are people out there who can make something better.
Do you mean both hardware in terms of physical 3D stuff, hardware, and also like people know Arduino and things like that?
Not as much the Arduino side of things. There will be a little bit of electronics, but not as much of that. Not as much as you might think.
Right.
And I think that's all we have. Anything else we can?
Oh yeah. We are also looking for 1 or 2 animators as well. I think we have a unique animation situation with the main characters, because part of it is embodied, so you're actually, it's animating in real time depending on where the Razer Hydra controllers are. And then half of it is traditional animation, so that's a really tricky, fun, interesting challenge. So if you guys are interested in working on something like that, definitely let us know. And we also are going to be needing more traditional animation for NPCs. So.
And real quickly, a little bit of the gameplay. You play the game cooperatively on a ship. You actually pilot the ship through space. You operate a number of weapons on the ship. You have personal weapons as well. And the ship kind of acts as a way of moving through this giant world, because you're on this stage, and there's not really a way of personally being able to move 30 feet in a direction. So this is kind of the vessel, literally, metaphorically, that takes you through the world of Wild Skies.
What's the underlying tech? What are you just writing?
We're building in Unity. Unity is our main tool, and yeah, we're just there's a number of plugins we're using. There's different hardware that we write DLLs for. Well, that's all good.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any questions?
Team size.
In the room, team size.
Oh yeah, anyone raise your hand if you're a part of Project Holodeck. So we have about 15 people in your class, maybe 12 people here, 13 people here, and yeah, we can definitely add some artists. Developers on.
Did you find any mentors yet?
We have
a few. We have we've been talking a lot with Joe Garlington. He's
that would be great for this.
yeah,
As
he's
you know
perfect.
from-
Yeah, from Shade. Yeah, he literally
Shade.
just came from Shade onto this, and
Yeah.
really cool guy. He's the VP of Disney Imagineering, so this is totally up his alley. And then I talked to Brian Algier at Insomnia Games a lot over the summer, and he's the creative director on right now Overstrike, but he was creative director on a lot of the Ratchet and Clank games. But he's mostly mentoring sort of on a design and management side of things. So we're definitely open to having more.
And do you guys need lab computers, or are you all going to work like and
I think right now,
you guys are going to use mocap stages?
Yes, for Unity Pro. We're actually not really going to use the mocap stage.
Okay.
It's a nice place, but I don't think we really need it. What we need is we need open space. And space that we can store equipment. That's important. It's a pain in the butt to break the other next.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd say a room that we can be in is kind of a base of operations. And then we can buy a locker that we just put in the room and store equipment.
We may even be able to talk to Dan and maybe get a locker in the mocap room. I don't know how much it's going to be being used at this mega center.
We prefer to have a room that is.
They're actually canceling the
in ours-
mocap
in
class,
Mexico,
so you're gonna have lots of room.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Any last questions or?
Any questions for anybody else?
Any questions?
I think you guys might actually have a lot of space.